Hello Internet, welcome back to Watch with Joe. It's time for another trailer reaction, and this time it's for Amazon Prime's new series, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Now, I'm very excited and very nervous about this series because Lord of the Rings holds a very special place in my heart. I read the books as a child. I think I read The Hobbit when I was 7 or 8, and I read Lord of the Rings when I was 9 or 10, and then the films came out a couple of years later, and so it's always been very close to my heart. And I'm nervous because Peter Jackson's original Lord of the Rings trilogy really brought that world to life in a way that I could never have imagined it being brought to life. And let's not talk about The Hobbit, but it was incredible, and I'm a little bit nervous about a new vision for Middle Earth and Tolkien's world. But I'm open to new concepts, but I am a little bit nervous about that, I've got to admit. I'm not actually sure what the story is going to be. Obviously, it's going to be involving the Rings of Power. It's got to be involving the 9, the 7, the 3, and the 1. But I don't know if this is after the rings have been forged and everyone has their rings and they discover the 1 being forged and see it and discover the duplicity of Sauron, or it's the build up to the rings being made and the seduction of Sauron to the leaders of these races, or it's something completely different in the timeline of the rings. We'll see. I'm hoping that we see some different. We leave Middle Earth and see some different realms of Tolkien's. From I think a promo image I saw. I'm just gonna have a look at it now. We saw the 2 trees, which is Valnor, which is like the original realm of the Valinor, and the if you go into Tolkien lore, it's all it's kind of like the deities, and like Sauron is like a vassal of the original big bad, and there's loads to go into. If you're uninterested, you should read up on that. But I'm interested to see where this story fits in the timeline of Middle Earth, and I am nervous about it, but we'll see. We will see, and it's time for me to stop talking, stop chatting, and get down to the trailer for Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.
There was a time when the world was so young.
Oh wow! Oh, that's the Howard Shore music cue.
Sunrise.
This is the promo image I was talking about. There's the trees. Oh, this is
Elves have forests to protect.
Beautiful.
Dwarfs their mines.
Oh wow!
Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
Harfoots. Is this the before Hobbits
safe.
Became Hobbits? These are Smeagol's people.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel.
Warrior Galadriel. That's so cool.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is over.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have
This
not
is.
seen
Oh wow!
what I have seen.
Oh, Galadriel's seen some shit. Oh
Darkness will
wow!
march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people.
Oh, this is incredible looking.
All peoples.
This is going to be the whole story from
Their time has come.
forging, seduction, everything about the rings. The fall of men.
Past is dead. We are either move forward or we die with it.
It's incredible.
This
Oh,
could be
I'm
the
just...
beginning of a new era.
Those are the 9. Those are the 9. Wow. This has got to show the fall of Nimrod, surely. Oh, this looks incredible. Oh, wow. So that was the trailer for Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, and oh, absolutely stunning looking. There's one little musical cue which was a Howard Shore music cue from the original trilogy, and I'm like instantly in it. I'm not sure if Howard Shore is coming back to compose for this. I hope he is, because the music of Howard Shore is so much a part of Middle Earth for me, because it's so wonderful. If you don't, you should just listen to the soundtracks for the original Lord of the Rings movies. They're just incredible. Actually, all the music for his music for The Hobbit is the shining part of those films, as far as I'm concerned. It looked stunning. It seemed like it was everything felt very familiar as far as look is concerned, which is kind of a relief, to be honest. But obviously we're seeing characters in a different time to what we've seen them before. We've seen Galadriel as this warrior elf, and that's just cool in itself, because we only seen glimpses of that part of Galadriel, and I don't know if I've even read that sort of part of the story. I don't know if it's even been written about by Tolkien. From what I've seen in this trailer, I think we're going to go from the fall of men arriving in coming from the west, the fall of Numenor, and men arriving in Middle Earth. We're going to see Sauron seducing the 9, the 7. We're going to see the forging of all the rings. I imagine this is where we're going, and oh god, there's so much story there. There's the depth of Middle Earth and Tolkien's world is incredible. So you really should, if you're not familiar, you should have a look at it, because it might just excite you a little bit more for this series, because I'm very excited now. I'm losing control of myself. All my doubts have been washed away by pure excitement now, and that's all I need from a trailer. I don't need the full story, which seems to be half of what trailers are now. I just need a couple of beats and just make me excited, and this is what this trailer's done. It's made me excited, and I'm excited. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell and comment, because you got to be ready for me to come back in September, because I will be reacting to this series on the channel. So stay on board with me, because it's going to be exciting, and I will see you in the next video.